legendary programs this sport has to offer. Their legacy stretched through the fabric of college football, and until today, they had only met once. And it is time to add a long overdue chapter to this story. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Sooners will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms. But the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Finds us back in the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Running into the open space. Turning it on. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
In the middle, it's Marshall. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
The Wolverines will try to punch it in on first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll take it himself. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Quarterback sneak wedging himself into the line. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. The sneak scores it.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. Barrels ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense.
Timeout, Michigan.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back gets the give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Haynes. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Marsh. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the 1st down at the 31. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. You just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's down at the 1.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. And there was no... Go just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next... down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Wolverines! Fit in the window for the score.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll go to the toss. Creates a little room. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
From the 30-yard line on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's brought down be enough for a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Going for 6. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. And the quarterback is knocked down back to the 13.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Tatum. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Now the play fake. Forced out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Mateer. Working the middle, it's complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. Coming out with it, it's Tatum. Gets it out to the 20, about 5. Short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive with this. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Tatum. Breaks into the open. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Got out of trouble and throws. With the catch, it's Simmons. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line, they're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Back to pass, it's Hawkins. That's caught, it's Ott. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. On the run deep down the right side. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Maryland. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Catch in the middle, it's McCulley. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Caught over the middle, it's Haynes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He's going to let it go. He's got it on the left. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere. You forget this guy can still run you over. You saw it on that one.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Now they're going to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Mark. Touchdown, Michigan! guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Looking to pass. It's Underwood. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Now on second down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Gets it past the marker. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air, it's Hawkins. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Let's go, baby.
Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
They send the tight end in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Trying play action. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Klein. Now they're starting to feel it. They got a first down at the 44.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
On the ground, it's Haynes. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Throws to the back. Grabbed in the middle, it's Haynes. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Man, when you go over the middle, you got to be willing to take the punishment. You're going to get hit a lot of times anyways, so you might as well catch the football. But his arms starting to look a little bit like Reese Davis when the check comes at dinner.
Third down play from the gun. Unleashes to the end zone. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
On fourth down, going to the air. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Wants to throw again. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you've got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Touchdown, Wolverine! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
To the air, it's Underwood. Under fire. Picked off to stop the threat.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go, set.
They'll run play action. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Here's a throw downfield late. Fires and picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Marsh. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
What a play there, and he rips up a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Looks as if they're going to get the W behind a really good performance from their passing attack and maybe hold that edge in the rankings as well, fellas.
They're going to hold the edge. They're going to create some separation, too, I think, because of the throwing ability. This quarterback came into this game lighting it up. We knew in the preseason this guy had talent, but against an opponent like this, David, it's impressive to see his performance.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This is a long 4th down try, but the offense stays on the field. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. The play action fake. Using his legs to buy some time. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but 4th and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort and grab, and they keep the drive alive.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Tatum. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room.
Unleashes one deep. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal.